One of the questions I get by woodworkers of all skill levels all the time is, what should I build next? Where can I find that next project? And I'm guilty. I've gone to YouTube, I've gone to Pinterest looking for the next cool project. To be honest, I spent a lot of time trying to find things to build to try to impress you. And what I kept finding is that the simple things. When you look around your house, you'll find things that need to be built. Cutting boards, charcuterie boards for parties. Go out to your wood shop. Sandpaper holders, tool holders, router bit holders, battery stations, clamp racks. All of these are things that I've built on the channel, either here or on Facebook or TikTok, and you can find those things there. And to be honest, if you want more of that, just let me know in the comments. I want this to be a community for all of us to help each other get better, because I'm just a little bit further along on the journey than you are. I'm not an expert. There are some dirty words that have to get edited out of these videos, just like most of you. So just have to keep churning along, trying to get better. So finally, my recommendation is look around your house, look around your shop for things to build. And then when you know what you want to build for yourself, it'll have meaning and you'll be invested in it. And that definitely makes a difference when you're trying to build things. So instead of buying it, just build it. So this board here is a brick pattern. It's a large brick pattern for my first attempt. It's something that I've wanted to build for a long time. So this is a cutting board. It's going to be a cutting board. And something that I like the look of it. I've been in something I've kind of been nervous about for a while. And so I've decided to try to build one. Almost everyone owns a cutting board. There's a lot of plastic ones out there. And even the wooden ones that most people just buy. And I feel like cutting board is one of those things that is a great beginner project. It can go everything from a single board that you cut a shape on with a jigsaw, sand it smooth, and put some oil on it, and you've got a cutting board, up to these ingrained patterns, which are as intricate as you want to spend time to do. So, like I said, most people want to buy one. I've decided to build one. And again, it's a pattern I've been wanting to try for a while, so I'm a little nervous about it. So in many ways, this board's going to put me in the same place as you. Nervous about the next project I'm building, but excited to see how it comes out. See, the funny thing is, you're probably worried about choosing the right project. And just like I said earlier, I'm worried about this pattern. I've never built one like this before, and I think it's going to look great. But honestly, I don't know, because I haven't done it before. But the truth is, most things look harder before you start than after you actually get into it. And most things in woodworking are that way, whether it be a new tool, a new pattern for a cutting board, or a project that is honestly just more than you are currently used to. When you are willing to stretch your arms a little bit and try those slightly larger projects, slightly more difficult, those things are going to make you better. So if you've watched the channel at all, you know that I've moved recently into an 8x12 shop, and this week has been frustrating. Not because of the shop size, but when it rains, I can't work outside. And the rain this week has been relentless. So that this 8x12 gets a lot smaller, a lot stuffier, a lot hotter, and quite frankly, I can't find a damn thing when everything's in here. Half the things I'm looking for are covered by miter saw or a table saw. So that of course means projects take longer when I get a lot of rain. Everything becomes harder. Let's just call it what it is. You have bugs fly across your screen, but conditions will never be perfect. That's a fact of life, and that's not just a woodworking fact. That's everything. If you wait for perfect conditions and weather, with tools, space, time, no matter the case, if you wait for those to be perfect all together, you'll never actually start. And I believe that the first thing to build confidence in woodworking is to just start. So there is another thing that I'm unsure about in this build. I'm building this ingrain. I've always read and heard, I'm sure you have too, that you should not run an ingrain cutting board through a planer. So I've done a little research myself, and I am, there are people with very strong opinions about this. Everything from it's absolutely fine to you should not do it, you're going to destroy everything. And so some of those are legitimate. For me, I know that tear out is a problem. You got to make sure you're well supported, that you're getting a good flat side on the first one. You got to make light passes, and you want sharp knives. So to combat the tear out, I'm going to actually make a chamfer on the back edge and the front edge. That should help. I'm going to make about a quarter of a turn passes, which is about 1/128. So really just going to take a lot of passes, but I do think that it's going to be something that's okay. So I'm going to give it a try anyway, and I'm going to see what happens. And to be honest, I'll make the mistake so that you don't have to. Because as I've said, sometimes the only way to know is to make the cut and see what happens. So the pattern, I'm excited to say the pattern worked. I'm super happy with the way this turned out. As that oil hits the grain, you see that maple and that walnut mortar just come to life. Everything just pops. Makes it. I'm so excited about the way this turned out. I'm so excited to have this on the kitchen counter in my house. I will have an extra board that will eventually end up on the website. But absolutely love the way this board turned out, and I'm super excited to see what you think about it. So to be honest, this video wasn't meant to be about a cutting board. It's about what to build next, where to find that, where to look, where do most people search for projects. And I think that they should search for problems and projects right around their house. Look around there, look around your shop, look for things that you or your wife or your kids would normally buy, and build that instead. Because at some point you have to stop searching and just start building. Until next week, get in the shop and be a maker.